So no countdown.
Oh, whoops.
It's up to you.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna do it.
Dick was mad.
Takes forever.
I know.
Takes forever.
Well, we need more. We need more.
I mean, I
opening.
just can't. I can't figure out. I can't hear audio anymore. Let me see how.
I can't even hear the.
It
Dick was mad.
takes forever.
I know.
It takes forever.
Well, we
That's fine, honestly. It's close enough. And then I listen to other streams, and it's like, you guys aren't even close. You're not even in the same universe of sounding.
You mean
the
other
same
people's
volume.
streams?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is bizarre. Like audiences, people are bad at audio.
Yeah.
That's why it's good to have an audio engineer, someone whose job it is to care about that sort of thing. You would think. What do you mean?
Then they'll
well, they can't always
they'll
monitor
leave
it.
you, though.
They can't always monitor it on
They'll
the fly.
leave you.
They will
If
leave
you. Find
you.
a good
You'll
audio
fall in
engineer,
love, and then
they'll leave.
Wow.
And then you're left alone with an empty studio.
And you're wondering, why was I even engineering that audio to begin with?
Why did I let this fucking heartbreaker in?
Yeah. Is it
Rely
better to
on
have
him.
engineered and lost, or would it have been better to have never engineered at all?
Should have just done it myself from the beginning.
Yeah. Well, never let anyone help you with your sound.
No chairs at all. Just me in my room
Oh,
with
well.
my toys.
Well, I
That's
think
what I want.
It's working out, right?
No. it's
No,
not.
what are you talking about? Everything's great. Why don't you train you got a kid coming, why don't you train them to listen to audio and tell you what gain pattern needs to be adjusted?
I don't know. I skipped a generation, so now I don't know what to teach this kid. You could have asked me when I was 20. I would have said, this is like important to learn this stuff. And now that I'm 40, I'm like, I don't know. Fucking, I have no idea.
In a way, though.
All that shit turned
Yeah.
out to be wrong.
Well, I was going to say, you're almost having a kid at the exact right time to have a kid, because if you had a kid
yeah?
earlier, it would have been like, yeah, here's all this like important stuff you need to know that now, like 5 years later, is bullshit and useless.
Yeah, you got to learn.
Here's a list of words you're not allowed to say. Oh, wait, I guess you are allowed to say them again. Shit. I don't know what's going on. The whole world's turning upside down.
Yeah.
When that kid comes out, are women still going to be becoming men, or is that not a thing
women are all
anymore?
going to be dead.
Yeah.
They're all going to be replaced by robots.
Are we friends with Russia? I don't know what's going on.
I am.
Yeah. There's a lot of things keep changing.
Okay. Are you ready to do the episode?
I believe.
Oh, 2024. We
It's
hardly
gone.
knew
It's
ye.
over. Yeah.
2024. Da 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 da. We should have done this on the ball drop moment.
You wanted to do a podcast on New Year's Eve?
People love it.
Yeah, I would
They
have
love
done that.
sitting
I just
home and
assumed you had
watching.
a life.
Well, I was tired, actually.
You know what was
to
great?
be honest,
yeah.
I was tired.
You know what was great was I didn't do anything on New Year's, and then I'm like, oh man, I bet everybody's out like partying, like being cool.
Oh,
and I go
yeah.
online, everyone's just streaming, and I'm like, oh, never mind, everyone's a huge.
Everyone's streaming, man.
Everyone's
How come you weren't on EVS's stream pimping your comic?
I guess I could have swung in.
You got to put in some effort.
I woke up at midnight.
You got to say, hey, you can check out our bonus episode for the low price of
$6.
$8. I
No.
mean, $6. It's on sale now. It was $8, but now it's on sale for $6.
Did you pull the comment where somebody said, "Well, what you should have done is used what's that
Amy?
thing?
Yeah, oh yeah, I know
That
her.
price
Smart lady.
Price
Fixing, anchoring.
anchor price. I should have said it's changing to $8, and everyone would have been upset.
We
And
were
I
gonna
said,
kill your grandma.
You know
but Now
what?
you get it for $6.
$6.
All right.
Hell yeah, motherfucker! Welcome to the all-new and improved $6 big fucking experience. I'm Deep State Derek, and that money's helping me buy an underground bunker from which I can fund all the Luigis of the world. 2025.
It's 20% more comedy.
20% more
Coming
comedy.
to you from the biggest problem in the universe.
It's 20% no ads on the main channel, okay?
Even less ads.
Even less
We have
ads.
even less ads than ever before.
Okay? Because trust me, I get Tony from Hack the Movies, and he goes, "Oh, what do you mean? You can put if you put ads on a video," and he shows me, he's like, "Yeah, I got an ad running like every 3 minutes." And I'm like, "Don't people go insane?" It's like, I think it's like
So they get worse than you.
I need to get back on YouTube Premium. Somebody was surprised that I don't have YouTube Premium, but the amount of ads. The reason I don't have it is when I buy YouTube Premium, YouTube stops working on my phone. It doesn't make any sense.
What is YouTube Premium?
YouTube
is that
Premium-
like YouTube Red?
Yeah, whatever they call it. They just call it YouTube Premium now. I think
I don't know.
it's when you don't have ads on YouTube. But whatever part of the system that checks if you have that
Yeah.
on my phone just hangs forever. And it's like, we can't determine if you have YouTube Premium, so we're just going to not play the video.
So you just get silence for 30 seconds?
I just get a
That's
black
actually not
video
bad.
entirely. No, it's bad. I got to get back on YouTube Premium.
It's because you got that janky Android. You got to upgrade.
It might be. No, it's not an old Android. It's a nice. I did get a new case for it. I don't know. Is the red and black a little
What are
too
you,
much?
Iron Man?
Yeah, I know. I was like, well, I had a.
Who are you trying to impress with that thing?
I'm not trying to impress
Are
anybody.
you like Korean all of a sudden? What is that?
I did say, I don't know. This is a little fucking much. It does kind of, but it's got this cool kickstand.
Oh, boy.
I like the kickstand. The kickstand is nice, but the red's a little.
So you can do your business lunches?
No,
at the
so I can put it
buffet?
on the table while I'm doing stuff. It is a little much, the red and black.
Where'd you get that?
I got it on it. Yeah, queer.store, my favorite store for gadgets. And
Yeah, that's cool.
whatever the hell else.
Okay. Here was we're doing the biggest problem in
2024.
We got some we got
Year-end
20% more problems.
retrospective.
20% more problems for your money.
Well, we're gonna,
Actually, we got 25% more problems, and you're
Yeah.
only paying 20% more. So you're getting problems for free.
yeah, it's like you're getting free content. Oh, whatever. Inflation is real. It's happening, man.
Yeah.
All right.
It's 20% inflation.
It is. There's a lot.
Last month or last bonus episode, carrying your sled back up the hill, maybe one of the greatest problems ever brought into the show. Both in its...
I don't know if that bonus episode made me look good or bad. I think I got a lot of comments.
It made you
that
look
went,
powerful. It's irrelevant
a lot
whether
of
it was good or bad.
comments are like, Vito, I think I understand what's broken inside of you. Because apparently you were a sociopath as a child and probably continued it into adulthood.
No, I saw that comment, and I don't think it's right.
Yeah.
Because I think you just wanted to impress those big guys.
Yeah.
And that the guilt, not a sociopath, but the guilt of harming someone who is innocent is just eating you alive and turned
Yeah.
you into this worse person because you can't deal with it. But it's all out of trying to be...
It's all out of trying to impress
them.
the big dogs,
Yeah.
the big boys.
Yeah.
So you have to do increasingly more horrible things.
Well, you don't have to, but you did.
Isn't that what happens, though? Isn't that what happens on the streets, you know? That's why all these 14-year-old kids are
Yeah.
murdering people because they want to impress the gang.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah. You ever watch those interrogation videos?
Like the first 48?
Yeah, but there's like YouTube channels that get like the entire interrogation, go through it like bit by bit.
I don't watch that shit. No.
Man, it's
Do
pretty...
you?
Yeah.
You go from like pig slaughtering videos to black teenagers getting berated by
Bro, some
cops.
of the videos of black teenagers where you're like, what did you think was going to happen? Where he's like, it's like a kid shoots a cop in the head and then he goes,
Yeah.
I just don't want to go to jail forever. And it's like, well, that's how you go to jail. Like if you wanted to write a list of ways to go to jail
Shooting a
forever,
cop in the
shooting a
head.
cop in the head is like number one.
Don't you think you should get a do-over though? Just one.
It would
That's
be
a form of reparations, don't you think?
it would be do everybody. Well, we give
I'd like to call my do-over.
I think we give the African American community a lot of do-overs. I think California recently passed a no more do-overs law.
More do-overs law.
Because people were taking advantage of the do-over system. They're like, I can just keep stealing, right? And I never run out of do-overs. They're like, as long as you don't steal over a certain amount.
That's not really a do-over though. That's just like a do.
That's just a do whatever you want.
Early winter darkness, number 2.
It is still
that's
weird
you.
that I'm driving around and I'm like, oh, it's the middle of the night and then it's like 5 o'clock. It's really horrible.
it's too hot during inside winter. Oh, man, that deserves more points, man. My face was like a fucking mess today.
Yeah?
Yeah, the ultrasounds.
My problem is I get a heater, and then if I run the heater, it's too hot, and if I don't run the heater, it's too cold. And there is no, like, middle ground. It's like there's no way to possibly get comfortable.
My problem is that you park in a driveway. You drive in a parkway. The movie Frozen.
You made that joke on the last episode. I forget what it was in relation to. Oh, it was me making the Alien vs. Predator joke.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm like, what if it's a Mexican guy?
That was
versus
so bad.
Like, oh, come on. At least you
and
nailed
then
me.
it's Alien.
At least you nailed me to the wall for that
one. Frozen, Winter Wonderlands. Only 7? What
I don't
the
think a lot of
fuck?
people have been to Winter Wonderlands.
You know, Vinny Paulino called into my show
Yeah.
and told a story about his wife making him go to a winter adventure.
Oh.
I don't remember how it went, but it was funny. It went
Called into
poorly.
the Dick Show?
Yeah, because they always go poorly.
Vinny's a good guy. I'd like to get him on Biggest Problem. None of those guys ever come out to L.A. He's great.
Vinny said, "You want Carl to call in too?"
Has
And
Carl
I said,
ever done
"No,
a
Vinny.
Biggest Problem
No,
episode?
Vinny. It's just, yeah, he can write in social media.
Yes, that's right. It's been so long. It's been like 2 years since we had him.
Too many winter-themed bonus
It
episodes.
was negative,
down
so
in the
apparently
dumps.
people like the
love
winter
them.
bonus episodes. I wanted to say about Frozen, Tony from Hack the Movies just always gives me shit
He's an idiot.
with his big fucking head. He goes, Vito, because my whole thing was
Where's
that
his comic?
Yeah, where's his
he
comic
said, Mr.
at?
Big Mouth, where's his comic?
He's
Fucking
busy complaining about Friday the 13th again.
the Italian Avenger.
He goes, because remember my
Armed
whole
with two
point.
Subway sandwiches.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was disappointing that little girls love white princesses so much.
Yeah.
And he sends me a text. He's like, I don't know if you've heard of a certain film called Moana, Vito. But my niece loves Moana, and I'm like,
Okay.
First of all, the Moana girl is white-coated. We can tell.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a white girl
That's
with
a white girl
slightly
with
darker skin. Come on.
With a fat ass. All right.
Right.
We know that's
That's a
look at her
white-coated
hair.
brown girl. And
That's
also,
not yeah.
did not make as much money as Frozen. Frozen is still the top-grossing animated program, I
Moana's
think, of
about
all
The
time.
Rock. Okay.
And The Rock is very
This is
white-coated
about
as well.
Yes.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
The Rock is wasn't The Rock's mother white? He's like half white.
Yeah, she was white.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's one of these white coded. It's all white coded, Tony. Don't be an idiot. Go talk about I don't know.
The Gremlins.
Yeah, it's always I always go to
Gremlins
Gremlins.
3.
I think Tony also went, I've never made a video about Gremlins. And
You
I'm like,
should.
but you should.
Is Gremlins
it's
a
kinda your
Christmas
whole
movie?
thing. Yeah.
Part 1 of my Tonyumentary.
I was on Tony's stream on
Hack the
Christmas
Hack
Eve.
the
First of all,
documentaries.
that girl he streams with was really drunk and was like aggressively
girl?
mean to him.
Crystal?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
like
yeah, the hot one?
It was like really funny in a weird, awkward way. And then he was like, "Well, because I just like got out of a relationship with a girl and it didn't work out."
Tony
Like,
did?
Yeah. And I'm like,
Wow.
"Why did she come to you?" And she said, "Tony, I just can't keep hacking these movies. It's too much for me."
He tried to hack the wrong rom-com.
Yeah, you should be hacking all those Christmas classic rom-coms.
Well, you won.
I did win.
Are you going to start us off with a 2024 problem?
Yeah, are we jumping right into it? Are we good to go?
What happened in 2024?
A lot of stuff happened in 2024.
Trump happened again.
Trump, well, that was kind of the problem was I was like, how do we do this
How do we
episode
not
without
talk about
not
Trump?
just talking about Trump? So I tried to avoid
That wasn't the
that.
biggest problem in 2024, though, by far. Every single one of the problems I have is better or worse than if Trump had won or lost.
That's
because
fair.
him winning just means it's the United States of India, and him losing
Yeah,
just
what's
means
going
it's the
on
United
with
States
you? You're
of
like,
Mexico.
it seems like you're kind of falling out of love with the.
Trump belongs in prison. You guys fucked up.
What
We're
did
gonna put him
Trump
in
say
jail.
about the H-1B shit? Did he even comment?
He didn't put a little dot on his head and go, "You're going back," oh, la, 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 which anything less than that is not enough.
Were you anticipating this fight? I find
Yeah.
this fascinating.
I was saving up all my energy
Because
to hit
everybody,
the tech bros hard.
all the conservative guys have been like getting all these easy points for being like, immigrants, we got to stop immigrants.
Yeah.
We got to get rid of the immigrants. But
Okay.
now their backs seem kind of up against the wall. It's like, okay, get rid of those guys.
The tech bros or
yeah.
who?
All the, like the Viviks and the Elons and the whatever
Well,
else.
they just want free
Labor.
Free engineers.
Yeah,
Labor.
that they don't have to pay
They
a
still
full
don't want
salary
to hire
to.
white people. Yeah.
Yeah.
We knew this fight was coming. We let him talk themselves into a position where Democrats aren't going to take these guys back. They're racist, you know?
Right.
All these guys. David Sachs sends. I'm on a text chain with David Sachs. He's sending me all kinds of Nazi shit. He's like, hey, have you seen this clip of Nick Fuentes using the N-word? I'm like, yeah, man, I seen that thing. David Sachs, stop sending me this stuff. He's showing me his butt tattoo, 1488.
Okay, well.
These guys aren't going back to the Democrats.
Right.
We got him. We got him by the balls.
I find it fascinating. It's a good argument.
Because they're all so vain, you know? Like Elon Musk.
All these tech guys.
He's the fucking worst dad in the world, and he's going around parties with his one little son that's like the branded son.
Yeah.
That's the branded name
one
of his,
that's X1859 QR code.
The Grimes one, right?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, this is my personal brand. Like, oh man, we're gonna fucking
Man, if that
you.
kid comes out as trans, Elon Musk is gonna look real bad. Operation Make every one of Elon's kids trans. Really,
bro,
break
Elon
that guy.
trans the kids. Elon's pro-immigration and he's pro-trans
transing the kids.
How many kids am I trans? 0. How many trans have you
Why
kids?
do you keep making trans kids?
Maybe at least one.
Maybe it's something with you.
If his daughter came out and just said, yeah, Elon, his fucking behavior trans me. Oh, man. She could do so much good for us.
Because I never had a strong female figure or a male figure. It was kind of like I had two moms. The way mommy Elon was always weeping.
Yeah,
about
look at the size of
space
his
and
tits.
Shit. Did you see that time he cried in that one interview talking about space?
Oh, he's so gay.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Dick, there were a number of deaths, of course, in 2024, as there always are.
Is Crip Daddy still dead?
He was on our earlier than 2024.
Yeah, he was on our last one.
Nobody ever found me the video of his that was my favorite video, and it's just lost to time. Which is
Tears in the Rain.
His mom goes, "What the hell just came in the mail?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "What?" And she comes in and he goes, "Oh, that's just my new Space Jam merch." And she goes, "This is not Space Jam merch."
What is
and it's
it?
a t-shirt of like Bugs Bunny slapping Lola Bunny on the ass. And he's got this huge grin on his face. He's like, "That's just the new Space Jam merch." His mom's like, "That is not Space Jam." And I laughed my fucking ass off, and I don't think that clip, it was like from a live stream. I've never found it again.
Yeah.
If anyone has it, send it to me. I wrote down a couple deaths that were bad. Richard Lewis, comedian from Curb Your Enthusiasm. That was a tough
glad
one.
he's dead.
Shut up. That's
Who gives
horrible.
a shit about Richard Lewis? He's stupid.
I don't
Am
feel
I
that
mad
way.
about you? Am I mad about you?
I don't know. I liked him on Curb, whatever.
Oh, God.
Shut up. I probably should
Larry
have wrote.
David. Oh.
You don't even watch Curb. You don't know.
Because it sucks.
How do you know if it sucks? You don't watch it.
Just-
You would like it.
No.
Don't you like Seinfeld?
Not anymore.
Oh, this is like this is
Yeah, because of Seinfeld. Because he's a great actor.
it's not the it's Seinfeld's fine. Yeah, you love Seinfeld. Did you like that Pop-Tart movie? It was fucking garbage.
It was bad.
It was real bad, except for the
Then it
funeral
really, you know
scene.
what?
I laughed at
I
that.
liked when Jerry Seinfeld came out and said, like, it's too woke, you can't do comedy.
Yeah.
And then he did that Pop-Tart thing. I was like, oh, man.
kind of
You shouldn't have. I wish you hadn't said that.
I wish you had
first
made
thing.
it.
I wish you'd let someone who wasn't making these movies say that.
Did you ever see the time? I think Seinfeld might have organized it. It was like this sit-down discussion about comedy, which is already.
Oh, yeah.
What if these comedians just hang out? And it was Seinfeld, Chris Rock,
Oh, God.
Louis C.K., and Ricky Gervais.
Oh, who's the unfunniest person
Ricky
on
Gervais
the
is
planet.
like weirdly unfunny. It's weird. Like The Office is good. I know you don't like it.
Yeah, the British Office.
It's
the
a-
American
it's-
one's like
Yeah,
shit.
I like the American one as well.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, they're just sitting down and they're shooting the shit, and for some reason, I forget what the joke was, but Louis C.K. just starts saying the N-word,
Yeah.
and then Chris Rock's laughing, he starts saying the N-word, and Ricky Gervais starts saying the N-word.
Uh-huh.
And Seinfeld just looks really uncomfortable, and he goes, "Come on, guys."
Oh, yeah, because he had to do that. He had to do that big apology for Kramer.
Yeah.
Which is the funniest shit I ever saw on TV.
When he was on, what do you call it?
Letterman.
Letterman.
It's not funny.
Guys, it's not. And everyone's laughing because Michael Richards is just like an insane person who can't.
Well, because they piped him in. Like, Seinfeld came out to introduce Kramer on, like, a screen. Like,
Yeah.
he's so racist that they had to put him in a
He's in
racism
racist
chamber.
jail.
He
He's gotta
couldn't
be
even
locked-
come out,
yeah.
you know? In case they had to cut off the feed real fast.
And then Kramer's trying to apologize
And then Kramer's
for being
like,
a racist.
you know, I sorry, I said, and everybody starts dying because like no one gives a shit about the N-word, really. No one really cared what he said. And Seinfeld's like, stop laughing, you guys. It's not funny.
In a way, it would have actually been better if he just came out and was racist again. It would have like been
He
like,
should have came out with a fork sticking out of his ass.
yeah, there's
like,
so many
crab
others.
walked.
You can never apologize for that stuff.
Because you're not sorry.
Yeah, why would you be? A bunch of black
You were
guys
right.
interrupted you during a fucking set. Of course you got to lecture them about a fork up their ass.
Yeah, all
All
right.
right, so
Anyway.
Richard Lewis is dead. I had another
Yeah.
one was Akira Toriyama, creator of Dragon Ball. That's a disappointment. You know, were you a Dragon Ball guy? You don't care. You don't.
I hate all this shit. Celebrity deaths are just so tedious and dumb to me.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
I know.
wow.
Well, I mean, obviously they have to die. It sucks when they die a little younger than they should. Okay, Richard Lewis was like in his 70s. I think Toriyama was like maybe in his 60s or 70s. You know, they had
Yeah.
some good years left in him. And we lost
Good
one
riddance.
figure, and I think this is somebody you respected. A great sports legend.
Oh, is it Pete Rose?
No, did Pete Rose die?
I don't know.
Just assumed Pete Rose is dead.
Yeah.
One of the great classic sports legends, you know, a guy who was beloved in his heyday, but unfortunately, I think it was cut short before he got to accomplish
man.
his greatest.
Taught me everything I needed to know about women.
Yeah.
He taught us all everything we need to know
But
about
he never
women.
got to have his moment of triumph that he'd been building towards for decades, guys.
True.
Of
Yeah,
course,
you're right.
I'm talking about O.J. Simpson.
$6,
My
ladies and
problem
gentlemen.
is O.J. now will never find the real killer. He
Oh,
spent
okay.
his whole life searching. I mean, this is a
Are
guy.
you sure you don't just want to pretend to be Norm Macdonald while you're doing this?
What do you mean?
The problem is he's never gonna find the real killer. And then I could play a laugh track. Oh, woo,
Look,
right?
all that Weekend Upstate stuff was good. All that Norm stuff was great.
Yeah.
This is a guy, he had his wife brutally killed, you know? Or his ex-wife. I don't even know. Were they married? They were married at the time, but separated. Point is, he could have got back together with her. He could have made it work, but that was taken away from him by a horrible killer who stabbed this woman 1,000,000 times. There's blood fucking everywhere, and it really
Man.
is one of the most horrific crimes. If you look at the crime scene photos and you go, oh my God, now that
her
I put it
tits
in
off.
perspective, whoever did this is clearly a horrific monster.
Yeah.
And but now we'll never find the guy because OJ was in charge of finding that guy, and he spent his whole life looking, you know, and he just never found the fucking guy.
I hope that he confesses.
Who?
The
Like
actual
somewhere it's
killer.
out. Oh, the actual killer now will come forward.
Yeah. Or maybe eventually,
Yeah.
someday, that the actual killer does confess.
It would be good, you know, just to set everybody, just to set OJ's
I
spirit
knew
free.
it, you know? Even if he didn't do it, like I hope OJ's son just is like, you know what, fuck it, I'm
It
gonna
was
die
me.
here. Open
Yeah,
this when
I
I'm
was
dead.
pissed at that bitch. What are you
Fuck
gonna
that
do?
bitch. I'm just nuts. I like stabbing.
O.J. Simpson, decorated football superstar and Hollywood actor.
You know what I hate about the OJ
died
thing?
at 76.
Then
76.
when people are like, oh yeah, but he was violent. Look, he was like a domestic abuser and
Yeah.
he hit some woman in college. You're like, oh.
Who didn't hit a woman in
I
college?
mean, okay.
Isn't that the
That's
time to
kind
hit
of
a woman?
big- Everyone's thought about doing that. Not everyone's thought about cutting their tits off and stabbing them. It's not really the same, but you can't say that.
Who did he hit in college? Just some lady?
I don't know. I don't even know.
Like
if
he
it's
just popped her
true.
in the mouth?
Probably. She blew a whistle in his face.
I
and
think
he
if
was
you date
sleeping.
a black guy, you know what?
Okay, see, that's exactly what I can't. Okay. Yeah, but he hit his girlfriend in college. Like, okay. All right.
Is that the bigotry of low expectations? Like if it's a white kid, you go, "Oh my God, I can't believe you hit his girlfriend." And the black guy, you go, "Well, he gets one. Give him a do-over. Give him one. He gets one do-over." The problem is he took his do-over and then he might have went a little too far with it.
Oh, he
Simpson
did
died
he?
Wednesday.
Well, I guess he stabbed her then.
Should not have given that guy a
Okay.
do-over. Battling prostate cancer, terrible way to go, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Get your prostates checked in 2025. His family put out the statement on April 10th. Our father, Orenthal Simpson. I didn't know OJ stood for Orenthal. So what's his middle
What do you
name?
think it stood for?
Orlando? I don't fucking know.
Orlando James?
Orlando James Simpson.
Orlando J?
Orenthal. Where does that come from?
Like
Is that
Magic
the
the
same-
Gathering.
is that the
He's
same-
named after the Ornithopter. 0 mana cost.
Isoms and Orenthals. They're a creative people. Succumbed to his battle with cancer. He was surrounded by his children and grandchildren. Yeah, who shows up when OJ is on the deathbed?
Everyone, man, because he's innocent. Fucking.
During this time of transition, the family asks you respect their wishes for privacy and grace. The family posted on Simpson's X account. Sadly, the funeral was a complicated affair as they tried to put Simpson in the coffin, but he did not fit. It was too small.
Is that it?
That's a joke.
Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! Oh,
I tried coming up with
That's
something
not a
off the cuff.
$6 joke.
I didn't write down any jokes. I don't fucking know.
You shouldn't have.
I'm just goofing here. So yeah, O.J. Simpson being dead. I feel like, you know, like they could have done a Lethal Weapon reboot and have him be in the background or something. That would have been
Naked
fun.
Gun?
Naked
4?
Gun. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else could O.J. Simpson have done? Could have came back and saved Pioneer Chicken. Did we talk about Pioneer Chicken on here?
I don't think so.
O.J. Simpson's Fried Chicken Restaurant.
Oh, he had one like Cane's, but with OJ.
Well, basically, there was a chain of. It was like KFC, but like a California chain called Pioneer Fried Chicken, and all the ads had O.J. Simpson.
You know a lot about like black people. Do you?
I know a lot about fried chicken.
Okay.
So
Maybe that's your interests are always converging with theirs.
All the ads were O.J. Simpson being like, you know, oh, I go long for a delicious Pioneer fried chicken bucket or whatever.
Okay.
And there used to be like 20 locations. They're down to 2. One of them's deep.
Didn't do very well.
One of them's in South Central.
Okay.
And I think at some point, me and Josh Denny are going to go there and film ourselves eating O.J. Simpson's fried chicken to see if it's good. So
you're gonna go with Josh Denny? You're taking your life in your hands.
You might have a point. Josh, I know you have a lot of observations to make.
Just don't
about
tell him there's any
the
microphones
clientele. I do remember going to a KFC in South Central, and they have the bulletproof glass that you see at the fucking gas stations. Yeah. I assume every.
No, there was a time in the '90s where it was bulletproof glass getting put everywhere.
So it's all grandfathered in at this point. Is there less?
Yeah, and then they started
shootings?
like redesigning the banks. It started coming down at the banks. First, we're like, "What the hell's going on here?" We can look the teller in the eyes. This feels like a casino. What's going on here?
What was the California? So was it like a soft on crime shift where they're like, whatever, just let him get away with the money?
I think it was
and
lead in the
who
gasoline,
cares?
actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think lead in the gas is what did it.
Well, because there was...
And sending all the manufacturing to China and pumping lead into the inner cities so that kids are breathing it in, so that black kids are breathing it in, probably is what did it.
It was, well, LA had, so you had the LA riots, you had Korean guys on the rooftops with guns, you had that, what was that bank robbery where the
Heat.
Yeah,
North
Heat.
Hollywood.
Yeah, the North Hollywood bank robbery.
That was cool, though.
But I'm saying, didn't that kind of all contribute to like California freaking out and putting in bulletproof glass everywhere? And
I think it was just the gang violence.
Yeah.
Like the gangster
I
rap.
wasn't in California when any of this was going on. And I assume this was what, the 80s? So you were probably pretty young at the time.
Everyone was getting served left and right all over California.
What, dancing in each other's faces?
They put bollards in all the cross streets downtown to prevent drive-bys from happening, to funnel all the criminals.
Well, we
one
saw
way.
in New Orleans why those bollards are pretty useful.
Okay,
I'll say this is at least they got in one good match. Wait, did it come after the ball dropped?
What?
The New Orleans car ramming in and killing everybody.
That was New Year's Day. We started with some terrorism.
Oh, so you didn't get it in? You wanted to start it off with a bang?
What do you mean you?
The terrorisms. The terrorists.
Yeah, they want to do it while everyone's like hungover.
I think you're sitting around, you're calculating, you're like, well, what? I want to have the best one of the year. So if I do it at the end of 2024, I got to at least beat the previous one from that year.
Because the ball's going to drop and everyone's going to forget about it. It's like, it was last year's shit. We don't care about terrorism this year. But you start it over and you're like, oh, this is a bad way to start the year.
I was trying to look up the mass shootings from 2024, and there's just so many that they all just blend together. And there's ones where you just...
Yeah, but the mass shootings last year were great, honestly. It was like the trans one. You're like, oh, boom.
Was that last year?
This is major points for my side.
Yeah, there was... The mass shooter lotto was a lot of fun last year.
The manifesto
There was a lot of
just
goofy
bizarre.
ones. Even the guy who tried to shoot Trump was kind of goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot
Yeah,
of.
we won that one too.
You guys won that one big.
We didn't lose very many mass shootings.
And
last
there
year.
was, you saw the Cybertruck explosion where they tried to blow up a Cybertruck outside of Trump Tower, and it's like,
that was a special forces guy.
is that who did it? It was like, I heard they had a guy cornered on a bus this morning or something, or last night.
Oh, there's another guy?
No, maybe it's who. They got the guy in custody already?
I don't know, but I don't. Is that what we're training the military guys to do? Just load fireworks into in the trunk of a car like Wile E. Coyote?
Yeah.
Is that what we're spending the trillions of dollars to do? Because that's not a very good military execution of assassinations or mass
Also,
slayings.
there was like nobody there. Like, was he trying to hurt somebody there? There was like a lady standing there.
I bet he just got in a fight with his wife or something. She just posted a baby picture or something. He's like, ah.
Putting explosives in a car, though, is like a thing that like takes time. If you're going to do that, I assume you're going like a Timothy McVeigh style, like, okay, I'm going to incinerate the whole building.
Yeah.
Not just create like a cool thing outside of Trump Tower that you're like, cool, look at that car explode.
And then he shot himself in the head before it went off.
What the fuck?
Like, where's the army follow-through
Some of
on
these
this?
guys, this is a separate problem, but guys who think
Bring it in on Friday.
their
then.
suicide is going to be like way cooler than it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My problem is inflation gaslighting. There's a lot of gaslighting that happened in 2024.
Yeah.
Like the planes aren't falling out of the sky.
Yeah.
You know,
Did you
just
hear
fine.
Boeing's software? Like half the reason all the planes are falling out of the sky was done by like guys on Indian Fiverr.
Oh, you don't say. But those are the best and the brightest.
Yeah, they just hired a bunch of Indian guys to write the software that keeps the planes from dropping out of the
unless you're talking
sky.
about white guys, those are the best and the brightest that the world has.
So
in the whole
Indian guys
universe.
are
You know that-
programming the planes. Black women are flying the planes.
You know that 90% of alien abductions happen in India because the aliens don't know how to fix their spaceships? So they fly around pulling Indians off the ground.
Yeah,
any which
they're
Indian will
engineers
do.
is what they need.
They're like, put this.
It's been a really bad month for India.
They're going to remake Soul Man, but
Yeah.
it's Curry Man. And he goes to apply to jobs and he face paints himself and talks in that accent where people can't tell if you're a genius or retarded, that Indian accent.
Honestly, yeah,
you know?
I could see that movie getting
Hello,
made.
sir. Like, I can't tell if you're a genius or if you're retarded. Thank you, sir.
See, that's what. Is it wrong to say that that's what Daily Wire should be making instead of like Lady Ballers? You know?
Well, they don't want. Well, I mean, you know, what's the,
As long as
what's
it's-
the purpose of
as
what,
long
of
as
what
it's
they
not
are?
Jeremy Boring in fucking India face. Does he have to be in everything? But like, instead they're hiring Tim
the
Pool
worst
to
of
be
the
insufferable.
gaslighting.
Yeah.
Was the inflation gaslighting? Inflation is good for you.
Or the people who
intercepts.
say like the prices haven't really gone up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the worst. That's the worst one because everybody's buying food every day.
Right. You obviously know that the food's gone up. It's
like,
obvious.
It's pretty much the most important thing that everybody's paying attention to is if it's either number one or number two for everybody is your money and your food.
Yeah.
Maybe number two for some and number one for the other. But definitely number two and number one is your money and your food. Pretty much everybody has to see so many people en masse collectively saying, nah, you guys are nuts. Eggs are fine. We're like, man,
You know what I
they
knew
are
we were
not fucking
You know what I knew
fine.
we were really in trouble is
When?
ever since I moved to California, like 10 years,
yeah.
McDonald's has had any size soda 99 cents.
Oh, yeah. That was a
And I
staple.
didn't realize, I thought that was nationwide. I went back to like Massachusetts.
I didn't know that was California only.
Yeah, and they're like, no, like everywhere else we'll gouge you on the soda, but California,
Yeah.
you know, because we're making so much money and inflation's not that bad. 99 cents, get a giant fucking soda.
Yeah.
And again, for 10 years, I've been going to McDonald's getting a big old Diet Coke. Diet Coke, no calories. There you go.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I get the High C Orange. But
Oh,
that shit is so
God.
good, man.
That's giving me acid reflux just thinking about High C Orange.
They took away the High C Orange and they got it replaced with orange soda, but then they brought it back because the High C Orange
Okay.
is very good. Anyway, when I noticed that finally they're like, it's $2 for a soda, I went, fucking
That's it, I'm done.
Rome has fallen, man.
It really is. It really is. Rome has fallen.
It's the end of days. It is, yeah, absolutely. Like of all the things I could rely on, I'm like a McDonald's Coke is $1. It's gone.
I need it to be. I can't be
understood
paying
the other
$2
stuff.
for this,
I
man.
understood the other stuff, right? Okay, like a Whopper used to be 99 cents. You go, obviously the price of beef's going up. Obviously the price of cheese is going up. Fine.
The price of soda went. The price of fizzling
Soda
water went
water
up.
going up is officially like we're in crisis mode.
I know you have
people.
a 3,000-year lease on this property, so that didn't go up.
Right. That's officially the point at which I'm like, oh, this is the bad time. If they're going, we can't.
That was the worst one. That was the worst
soda,
gaslighting. The inflation, the food inflation gaslighting.
Yeah.
Everybody all at once saying, man, it's too expensive, and a bunch of cocksuckers popping out of the woodwork. No, it's not. Like,
well, actually,
why is it so important
it
to you
just
that
turns
it's
out
not-
that you purchased the wrong things at the grocery store and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, the inflation's not that bad. Blah.
Yeah, it is. It's
pretty bad.
Why are you telling people this?
It's and it's bad in a number of ways that it's like, because there's also the shrinkflation.
Yeah.
So the other day I was putting stuff away in my garage, and I have these the Home Depot cardboard boxes.
Okay.
And you know they have different sizes. They have small, extra small, medium, large, whatever, right?
Okay.
So I'm putting these small boxes, and I go, oh, this is great. These small boxes perfectly fit in this space in my garage.
Yeah.
And I go to put another small box in, and I go, wait, why doesn't it fit correctly? And it's smaller
The
now.
box?
The size of the cardboard boxes from Home Depot. A small box, they had to shave an inch off every side. And I said, you guys changed the size of the cardboard? It's cardboard! And like... Dude, if you're organizing stuff, you want every box to be the same. Dude, you want every box to be the same size so they all fit nicely and stack together. Instead, I'm like, so I have some small boxes that are small and some that are smaller small. This sucks.
Great, you fucked up my whole.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I had to go and buy a complete and I can't get the size I want because they don't sell it anymore. So I have to get these smaller, small boxes.
I know. I got all these tubs in the garage for like Burning Man shit and like various, but I don't have any of it organized. It's all just all over the place. So my girlfriend comes home
trying to organize.
She's like, "Look, I bought this box to start organizing," and I'm like, "Oh, but it's not the right. It's not gonna
fit. Stack with all the other ones, right?
Yeah, but I can't say anything because I haven't organized shit, and I'm not gonna start.
That is a big problem I get into where I go. I have like mismatched storage bins, and I go, I just need ones so I finally did that thing where you get the. But now I'm worried because everybody uses the yellow top, like hefty, the black
That's the one
bins.
I have. Yeah,
I started getting the ones with the red top because they're a little cheaper.
I also have those, and they got wheels on them. Some of them do.
And I'm like, well, I like the red ones better, but now I'm worried they're going to discontinue them, and I'm going to be mad at it by the yellow ones. This is my life now.
Yeah.
I've been obsessively buying storage boxes.
Man,
it's
you know
actually
what's bad
helping,
shrinkflation? Japanese snacks.
Yeah?
You ever get one of the like a Japanese pizza chip thing? You open it up, there's like 2 chips in there.
Japan's fucking around. Interesting.
Yeah, big time.
Did you ever see the Cadbury egg shrinkflation from what's his name?
They got bought by another company. That's why they got their royal mark removed. Did you know that?
Yeah, I saw
Did you
people
read that?
talking about that. Yeah.
Why inflation can actually be good for everyday Americans.
What?
And bad for rich people.
Wait.
CNN. That was a CNN article.
Inflation is good for me. Why?
Why?
If it says because the price of my house goes up, I'm going to kill whoever wrote that fucking thing.
Everyday Americans. Why would you ever listen to anything these jerks said?
Inflation favors debtors. So if you have a bunch of debt, congratulations.
So if you're a total deadbeat, right? You're in a spot in your life where you can't afford groceries.
If you're living off credit cards.
Anything.
Well, buddy,
you really stuck
I got
it to them.
good news for you.
You really stuck it to
Your
the man.
life of poverty is about to get a little bit better.
If you're borrowing at a fixed rate, like a 30-year mortgage, yeah, that's who inflation is really hammering down, people with 30-year mortgages.
There you go.
Then you are the winner. As if
congratulations,
inflation goes up.
Big W on the board.
Smetters, we often think of a 30-year mortgage as an inflation hedge.
Wow. Incredible.
I mean, I don't know how you say something like that and you're not just looking over your shoulder constantly for an assassin.
What are my hedges against inflation? Aren't you supposed to buy gold? Are they going to tell me that gold is good?
If you watch anything on Rumble, yes, the answer is yes.
If you watch any Rumble video, why are you not buying gold?
If you buy this gold, your teeth will grow back. This is the stuff that the globalists don't want you to...
I almost got roped in last time when COVID was going hot. I'm like, oh my God, the economy's fucked. I got to buy silver. I gotta buy silver.
You should have. It went up.
Well, I was gonna buy silver bars, and then I'm like, this is too complicated.
Silver bars, man. Every time I see somebody post like
buy actual silver
bars,
yeah, just buy silver stock, right? Buy like a trust.
Prout silver.
Yeah.
They post their like piles of silver bars. I mean, first of all, that's like $400. Secondly, what are you gonna?
Well,
what do you intend to do with that?
There's also like
that's not an inflation hedge. You're hoping like the whole civilization falls apart.
Yeah, and then you can melt it down and make bullets out of it to kill all the mutant werewolves. I'm going to be real good when the end of civilization comes.
You guys are stupid buying Bitcoin.
That's why I started looking into, because those guys on whatever would tell you to buy gold. They want you to buy actual gold. They want you to buy like gold
at their
coins.
like 50% markup.
Yeah, that's the problem is that if you buy it that way, they put like a stupid markup on it for like, well, it's got like the eagle on it. It's a 101 whatever. And I'm like, oh, I just want like a faceless piece of gold that is gold.
I want $3,000 of gold. There we go. Now all my inflation troubles are over.
There you go. I will say, collectibles are an excellent hedge against inflation. So,
well, that's true.
All my Funko Pops are.
You forgot some of them.
All my stupid
one-legged black guy.
Is that a lady or a guy?
Mariachi here.
It's from the Proud family.
Oh yeah.
There's more
Trejo.
figurines on this table than there probably need. Again, guys, you can send white pop figures in. They don't have to.
No, they're not going in the box. You got a super killer one, and you were all upset about it.
Oh, you my super killer
Inflation's
Funko Pop.
Losers. Not all debt shrinks with inflation, of course. Well, it doesn't shrink though, does it?
I don't know.
You got to go make.
No.
You don't automatically get more money that you don't have. Who are the ones going to be hurt by holding a lot of 10-year bonds? Oh yeah, you nailed it.
So wait, bondholders are getting fucked?
Yeah.
Oh. But that's if you get a long-term bond.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with money right now. All I know is I'm getting fucked every which way but Wednesday. And that's
supposed to give
the
it to
bottom line.
You're supposed to give me.
I do owe you some money.
Some money. Let's go. I need that money now.
Well, we got to make some more.
I need that money before the year's over.
We're going to make some money. We're going to sell a lot of Hackamania tickets, guys. Don't forget, go to hackamania.com. Use promo code BIGGEST. We will be in Las Vegas. It's May, right?
I don't know.
I believe it's May. We're going to be there in May. We're going to have a fun time. Come on out and enjoy the show.
Okay. Whoops, I forgot to play this.
That's fine. Well, Dick, there's a lot of things going on in the nation, and one thing I worry about in our nation is our nation's youth. How are the kids doing?
Young kids, you worry about.
I worry a lot about kids. I got kids on the mind. Always thinking about kids.
Okay.
And here's the thing: is that as a nation, we want our kids to be the coolest kids. Like
not nerds.
Not nerds and
not spelling.
We want jocks.
Hey,
we want cool guys.
You think Indians should be doing spelling bees or pronunciation bees? I think American kids could really win at that one,
I think we got a lot of stuff. Look, America for a long time.
I won first place at the annual spelling bee. I won first place at the pronunciation bee.
That's much cooler. Famously, American youth culture has been very popular, okay? We invent all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, we skateboards, rap, school shootings. We've invented all the cool stuff that gets transported to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
But one place we're starting to fall behind is in numbers of youth vaping, okay?
Oh.
In 2024, 500,000 fewer U.S. youth were reported using e-cigarettes as compared to 2023. We lost 500,000 vaping teenagers.
Because they stopped doing like gummy bear vapors?
Yeah,
and
there's been a lot of things. What was making our kids the coolest kids?
Yeah.
Okay, you see kids running around.
Because if you don't start smoking when you're a teenager, you're probably never going to start.
Exactly. We had a gateway into tobacco.
Yeah.
Okay, cool little electronic devices.
You don't want to be too smart. You don't want to be too tall. So you got to start smoking when you're a teenager.
You got to be puffing. You got to be putting out the clouds. And maybe the teacher gets a little upset. You go, hey, Miss Stickler, blow it out your ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, cool. Exactly. Our kids were like,
you got to have
really...
time for you. You got to have time for you.
You got to have time for you.
Yet, so best you can do is
you got to mellow out.
Bit of a Marlboro break.
Choke down a little cherry. Take a puff on some pineapple.
Choke down some cherry, yeah.
Yeah. get a mouthful of mint, and take yourself to a good time.
Wow, you're a good ad man.
Thank
for
you.
vapes. Get a mouthful of mint.
Take a puff on a pineapple's pretty good, but they got rid of all the fruit flavors. They're
So
fucking
now
these
it's
kids
just
over. The kids
tobacco.
don't want to vape anymore. And there's an
yeah.
entire
Because they don't want to vape what like grandpa's vaping.
exactly. And there's been all this like anti-vaping propaganda that is being put out by all these companies and whatever
looking
else.
for?
I'm just making sure everything's going good. There's been all these new laws. Okay, so the nationally represented data includes finding on e-cigarette and nicotine pouch use among the youth. Now, here's the thing. This decline was driven largely by reduced e-cigarette use among high schoolers, which went from 1.56 million
here's what really
to
makes it bad
1.21 million.
is
Yeah.
the lawmakers made like flavored vapes illegal for everybody, which
Yes.
hurts adults. So you'd want the kids to ramp up the smoking as like a fuck you to the lawmakers.
Yeah, to
but instead
offset it.
they pussed out and they
They
sided
should
with the
have,
man.
yeah, they should have said, you know what, we love the tobacco flavored
We love it
vapes
even more.
more.
Yeah, your
The
law has
fruit
backfired.
ones were good. Yeah,
Yeah.
see, they could have fucked it and put it back.
Yeah, and then it said, damn
Instead,
it.
they dropped the ball. They didn't get
They
what
weren't
they needed
thinking
to do.
fourth dimensional. You know, they weren't thinking in 4D chess.
Well, interestingly, though the high schoolers have dropped off, there is no statistically significant change among middle schoolers. So the middle school kids are holding the fort. Okay,
Why are
middle
they
schoolers
why are they
putting up the
vaping?
numbers? I don't know,
'cause they
but
were molested?
apparently, I guess the middle school kids love it. So that I think, guys, if you're
That's
selling
sad.
vapes, if you're promoting vapes,
How many middle school kids are vaping?
not enough, but
Okay.
more than
More
you
than
know,
you'd
a
think.
good amount.
Okay.
I don't have the numbers for the exact number here, but thank God they're still keeping it steady, and maybe we can bring those numbers up.
Yeah.
All right, we're doing our part here today. If you have someone in your life who is a middle school, high schooler, you know, and they're hanging out, they're playing Fortnite, they're doing whatever, go to them and go, why are you not fucking vaping?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And they go, well, I don't know where to get one. Get them a starter vape. If you got any like late Christmas, you were worried about what to get your nephews.
Well-
why don't you get them a vape?
I mean, I can't argue with the logic of that.
It would help
It's safer
America's
than
image
smoking.
abroad.
It's safer than smoking.
safer than smoking.
Well, I know that China's our, biggest enemy.
Yeah.
So they smoke all the time.
Right. Those
so
kids
we should
are
be
all
doing
we gotta-
basically everything that they're doing in every pot, working 150 hours a week.
Yeah.
Not making any money.
Living in cages.
Living in cages. Yeah.
Have you seen those?
Doing just drone shows. The more dragons, we got to
shows.
have Gumby getting fucked by The Rock.
the Chinese living is very bizarre.
The Chinese what?
Have you seen those like the apartment complexes where you never end up on ground level? So you're like they have
What?
like entire shopping complexes that are on like floor 20 or whatever. Like you just never go down to the ground. It's like you're living in the sky.
You know they own more than one apartment each?
Yeah, I would
China?
imagine because there's so many of them. Why not?
They just keep building them.
They built so many because they
You have to buy them because they're like, you got to invest in these. These
Yeah.
are all investment properties.
Isn't that why like the Chinese banks started falling apart? Is because
Yeah.
like these people were just building up all these apartments.
build
and-
more apartments.
Oh, just buy an apartment, buy more apartments. Eventually be able to rent them out, and that's
all
how
their
you'll be
books
rich.
are fake. This is our big enemy. Well, they're gonna fucking destroy us. All their fucking.
It would
all
be-
their accounting is false.
I do want to know, like, how would a war between us and China go? And I think it's like they're a paper tiger. Like, I think it would be like, oh, all those aircraft carriers we got, like, those are just falling apart. We have no idea what we're doing.
How would a war against us and China look? I think we're in it. I think this is
Yeah.
what it looks like.
Well, I think it is a war of, I don't know. It's it's an economic war.
Dave Rubin would have 50 adopted babies.
What
for a
is,
war
what
in
is
China.
China doing that, like, here's what I don't get. And we talked about this with the Chinese apology problem. It's like,
Yeah.
why do we have to pretend that there's something good about China? Because they make our shit for us?
It's all just lies.
Yeah.
You know?
They're like,
What do you mean?
Look, even me as a communist apologist looks at them and goes, oh my
Sucks over
God, what a horrific fucking country. This is terrifying.
I love all the future movies. Like, look, China's the #1 spot now, and I go, oh, really? The billion poor people didn't just kill all those people? How did that not happen? Like, look, it's China. Look at how modern it is. Like, okay, what about all the people in caves and shit?
Who's living
They're just like cool?
Who's living their best life in China?
The government.
Well, it seems like white guys go over there, get a Chinese wife, and they have a pretty good time.
Oh, and that's a win.
I don't know. I mean, then I guess you got
right.
a Chinese kid, but if you get him vaping, who cares? Then he could be a cool American kid.
It just seems like it sucks.
The FDA banned flavored cartridge-based e-cigarettes, except for menthol and tobacco flavors. However, it seems like these kids are still somehow getting access to the fruit flavors. What are those?
They're making it at home.
I guess
they're just sucking it through like an orange or something.
It says
pouring out an apple.
Among youth who use e-cigarettes, 26% are using them daily. And the vast majority of youth using them say that 87% of them say fruit flavors are their favorite. 62% like candy flavors, and mint is 25%. So whatever this ban on flavors was, clearly did not take hold. The only kids who aren't vaping are the ones who don't know where to get the delicious candy-tasting smoke, whatever.
Yeah.
Not to mention, and here's why this is really fucked, higher taxes have made it harder. That's why they raise the taxes, they go, because kids ain't got no money. That's why cigarettes are taxed like crazy, because then a high school kid goes, well, how am I going to buy my Pac-Man video games? I can't afford these cigarettes. But,
What's a pack of vapes? $6?
I don't even know.
Cheap.
I don't know. I haven't bought a vape since I made that Belle Delphine video. I feel like, okay.
I saw somebody they showed me a cool invention. It was a vape. It was a cigarette vape that hid a weed vape. I didn't know those
that's
were
pretty
different.
cool.
Like, look, the weed vape fits inside this fake
so
cigarette
it looks
vape.
like,
so it looks like a cigarette vape. I'm like, is that not?
How does anyone tell the difference?
Were they
I don't
not
know
like
at
that?
all.
And they're like, no, man.
I will
the
say
weed ones look different. Like, why?
The other biggest problem I still have is like, there's got to be a way to make a vape that looks cool, right? I still think they mostly look gay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cigarettes,
well, those e-cigarettes used to look cool.
Normal cigarettes look so cool. Nothing will ever match a normal cigarette.
Yeah.
And then they started making like vapes that look like cigarettes, but they had a blue LED at the tip, and I'm like, well,
stupid.
that's retarded. Yeah.
Should have made it red.
I think keep the cigarette form factor. I don't fucking know. Just they look gay. A lot of them look gay.
Yeah.
And that's probably why the teenagers are avoiding them, is because they don't want to smoke anything that looks gay.
Yeah,
they probably
true.
just would rather smoke regular cigarettes.
They'd just rather do acid.
Because the worst thing in high school is looking gay. If you look gay in high school, you're dead. Anyway, decline in youth vaping is the biggest problem of 2024. There you go.
Okay, my biggest problem is 2024 is that big fat blue bitch at the Olympics. Remember that?
Oh, the during the opening ceremony?
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
I was wondering if you were talking about the breakdancing lady, but that's a different lady wearing blue.
Oh man, let me get a look at this fat blue chick at the. Oh man,
I'm surprised that immediately found the picture you were looking for. Fat blue chick at the Olympics.
Oh man, come on.
The guy was blue. She was just a fat chick.
She was blue too.
I mean, she was kind of blue.
Look at her.
Let's
look
see
at this. Look at this. Oh, look at this lady. Oh, no.
Was she supposed to be Fat Jesus?
Oh, no. She was Fat Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
That was the worst thing
that
happened
look at
the
this,
whole year.
then we had to all get reacted. We had to read. I didn't even want to pile on because it was too much.
I was going to say, because I was looking up 2024, and the Olympics happened, and I don't remember anything from it. But you're right. This was probably
the only thing I remember from the Olympics.
This and the breakdancing lady is the only thing I remember from the Olympics.
You know, people go there because of athleticism and excellence. Because they're jocks, and you fat nerds, you fucking theater jerks, ruined it by making a big gay spectacle of yourselves.
Yeah.
And taking all the attention away from all the cool stuff that's happening.
Was this in France?
It was in France.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to find... Like, if you want to get away from gay theater kids, like, don't hold the Olympics in France, I guess, is what I would say.
Well...
It's kind of... When France bid on the Olympics, they're like, oh, can we do the Olympics? Can we do the Olympics? And they're like, you're not going to do a bunch of gay stuff, are you? And they're like, no, we would never do a bunch of... And then they did a bunch of gay stuff because that's their thing.
Did she have to be so fat?
Yes. She had to, yeah.
Could she have been fatter then?
She could have been
so
more
fat?
comically fat. That would have been better. Yeah.
They picked a size that's like They picked a size that one of your friends' moms would be at when they're still sensitive about
Here's
how
when
fat
you know
she
you're
is.
too fat.
Yeah.
Is when it looks like you're wearing shoulder pads, but you're not wearing shoulder pads.
Her arms start going back up after
She
the
has the
straps.
folds in her skin where
an
shoulder
elbow
pad.
should
Yeah,
be.
elbow. That's what I mean. Yeah, where the elbow pad should be. It's like a perfectly formed ring of fat.
Can I get a hard-hitting documentary of this scene?
Yeah.
With questions like, so were you worried about how fat you were going into
And then we got to
the
hear from
Olympics?
everybody, like, oh, well, that was Satanist. You know, who cares?
And how could it be? How could they have missed?
There's a big fat lady.
Hey, you see that old
That's the real
man?
problem.
Did you guys see this opening ceremony? You wouldn't believe it, but it's satanic.
Yeah.
No, it's that she's fatter than hell. What are you talking about? It's satanic.
Sponsored by Satan. It looks like it's sponsored by Sarah Lee. That's the bigger problem.
Not Satan. It's that she's the size of the earth.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they're...
Maybe that's why she's wearing the crown with the stars. Maybe is she the universe, maybe, in the metaphor here?
Might as well be.
So why not have everyone orbit around her? That would have been
This
funny.
was the worst. This was the worst thing ever when
Yeah.
everybody got together and decided that the worst problem here was the Satanism.
Yeah, it's always focusing on the Satan when you're like, man, there's way more stuff to complain about here that is far more relevant.
Yeah. Biden could have shit his pants.
Satan's
and be
not
like,
fat.
Look at this.
Satan's a pretty built dude.
Yeah,
He's
pride.
just down in hell flapping his wings all day long. That's probably a lot of cardio. All right, Satan's all about staying
Wow.
staying fit.
Yeah, anyway.
That was a good
That was
time.
the worst. That was by far
Well, I got one
the
more.
worst.
Can I
Okay.
do one more?
Yeah, sure. I have one more. Well,
right,
I have two
good.
more, actually, but maybe I'll just do one.
All right.
Go for it.
Dick, you know, there's a lot of 2024. There's always innovations coming
Right.
out. You know, products.
Yeah.
You know, so you're always excited about the new things that America has come up with that could change your life
Indians have come
forever.
up with,
yeah,
yeah.
sure. People are always creating.
These guys are the... I mean, they think in dimensions that me as an American can't even understand with my...
They're
Saved by the
incredible
Bell
guys.
brain.
They should be running everything.
They're so busy thinking they don't even need toilets.
You ever have like an Indian boss?
No. I've known some Indian
Yeah.
execs.
I worked at
team leaders.
Yeah.
And a
Well,
lot of programs.
I guess he was a team. I don't know exactly what he was. He might have been an investor. I worked in an office, and I biked to work every day. And one time I biked to work in the rain. So, you know, like my shirt was all wet or whatever else.
Yeah.
So I took my shirt and I hung it up in the window to dry.
Okay.
And my Indian
Your
boss...
shirt off at work?
Well, like just like my dress shirt,
Okay,
you know. So
you
I was
had
still in a
regular shirt on.
t-shirt. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That
So then
makes sense.
my Indian boss
Nothing
comes
wrong,
in.
Nothing weird about that.
And he yelled at me, and he said, "You hang your clothes in the window. It looks like a slum in Bangladesh." I'm like, "Well, my shirt's wet.
Yeah.
I want it to dry."
Yeah.
And he made me take it down because he thought he made
you
us
wear it.
And I'm like, who the fuck do you think's walking by looking at our office building going like, that shirt hanging in the window? That's very unprofessional.
Very Bangladesh.
Very Bangladesh.
It's not very Brahmin of you.
That was very
It's very,
weird. I was very.
Vishnu.
I remember because he said it. I remember being. He said that where he's like, you know, it looks like a Bangladeshi slum, and I'm like, ha 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 ha. He's like, no, seriously, take it out of the window, and I'm
take
like,
it down, put
oh,
it on.
okay,
Okay.
And then I did that and went back to playing.
Because I was going to leave it up there forever. I was going to start bringing all my clothes in and drying them out in the fucking window.
Didn't make any
Shithead.
sense. And then I went back to playing Magic cards on my computer because I didn't do anything at that fucking job. I'm not good in office environments.
Neither do they. That's the most annoying thing.
Yeah.
The Indians, like, we need the best in price. None of those motherfuckers are doing
No,
anything
just
in
hang
there.
out, play RuneScape.
Hire
nothing
one of
matters.
them off
None of this
Upwork and
matters.
put like a logger on there, like
Yeah.
a computer logging thing that does snapshots. It's just porn. They're
Well,
not
that's the
working.
other problem, man.
Not working at all.
Anyway, so we got a lot of innovation in this country, and this year I saw perhaps one of the greatest innovations I've ever seen. It's one of
Okay.
the greatest things I've ever experienced. It was taken away.
Okay.
You know, it's one of these great products
McRib or something
that comes
What
along.
yeah.
These were, of course, the cheesy street chalupas from Taco Bell. Dick, on July
see.
18th,
Yeah.
Taco Bell announced its newest menu item, the cheesy street chalupas. Merging street tacos with the chain's signature flavors and wrapped in a cheesy chalupa shell that harkened back to the highly
I
popular
see.
limited time dish
A lot of
known as the
Redditors are really
quesalupa.
crying about this. I see. Okay.
Taco Bell's Cheesy Street Chalupas were served in pairs. Customers could choose between 2 protein options, slow roasted cantina chicken or grilled marinated steak. These were topped with fresh onions, cilantro, and a delicious jalapeno ranch sauce.
You can make these at your own house. Why don't you do that?
I can't do that.
Just get a griddle.
No. Because look, it's got that. It had this. You see that inner shell? Okay, so on the outside, it has the gordita shell they use for
the
everything.
gordita shell, yeah. Got it.
But the inside, it's like the chalupa shell, but this was like a softer, more pillowy version of the chalupa. It was
Flour
like
chalupa.
Yeah, it was like the most delicious, chewy, fucking taco shell I'd ever experienced in my life.
Okay.
This literally blew my. I said, this is
literally blowing my mind right now. This is literally
if you
blowing
go
my
on Reddit, everyone was echoing my comments and saying,
I can imagine.
I can't believe this is at Taco Bell, they said. They said, I can't believe Taco Bell has something this good. And I said, well, surely an item as delicious as this.
Oh, look at this motherfucker. The first one, I thought it was just a temporary thing anyway. Why don't you kill yourself?
He should. This was an item that definitely deserved more time in the sun.
Killjoys.
Yeah, complete killjoys.
Oh, man, they took this thing away. Well, it was supposed to be temporary anyway. Hey, man, why don't you read the room?
Look, it'd be one thing if it was temporary, but, like, they brought it... Like, I hope they could have said, like, oh, don't worry, it'll be, like, back, eventually. We'll do, like, a limited time. Instead, it's just gone.
Taco Bell has no
and I'm
respect
going, yeah, they really don't.
For their big customers.
And did you see what they replaced it with? You see the new thing they got?
Does Taco Bell call you every year and ask you what they could be doing better?
I do the survey.
But did they go out of their way to ask you?
I haven't gotten a call,
That's bad. I
think I have a lot
bad
of insight.
customer retention.
I have a lot of insight.
It's bad customer retention management.
There's a lot going on at Taco Bell that I think could be improved. There's a lot of menu items that
I bet you're right.
I told you I did social media for Taco Bell, so
I didn't know that. What do you mean?
I updated their Twitter. I ran their Twitter for a little bit.
Like the Wendy's person? Were you talking shit at
a little bit? I made like some jokes and
okay. I'm not
they,
kidding. I'll rape your kids.
That one didn't get through. They wouldn't approve any of my Demolition Man tweets because they're like,
why?
They're like, I don't get it. I'm like, it's a reference.
How do you not get what? You paid for it, you idiots. Because they probably grew up where it was Pizza Hut or something.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That.
Well, in England, it was Pizza Hut. Yeah. In America, if people don't know, the movie Demolition Man references the fast food wars. So people would always be tweeting at Taco Bell, being like,
Demolition Man
when are the fast food wars starting? And I would be like, I want to tweet, because you had to get every tweet approved. So I'd be like, I want to tweet back at this guy like, don't worry, we've been stockpiling. We've got the fast food wars will be won, or something like that. And they're
maybe
like,
a little better.
Yeah, whatever. I don't remember exactly what it was. I probably gave them a number of variations, and they're like, I don't know what the fast food wars are. I'm like, Demolition Man, you guys paid for whatever in there.
Why do you think everyone's always asking on Twitter what they want when they're coming? I
did at one point do the cardinal sin of tweeting for a brand, which was accidentally tweeting as yourself while being Taco Bell.
Oh, what did you tweet?
I forget what it was. It was like,
you are the last person on earth I would want making that mistake.
Whatever it was, I deleted it quickly enough that I think people were just confused.
Yeah.
Because I was like, another beautiful fucking... Like I said, something stupid.
There's too many goddamn Asians at this Costco right now. Why do black people have to order so loud at the drive-thru?
Yeah.
Woo!
A lot of it...
Hey, black people, hurry up.
A lot of it was, well, a lot of it was responding to people. I think I've told this story that, a lot of people were upset at the discontinuation of the, what's the...
So you're crossing your hobby of loving Taco Bell with your job of loving Taco Bell.
I had to explain to people there was the burrito that had Fritos inside of it. I think it was called like the Frito Crunch Burrito.
Okay.
Some Crunch Burrito.
Yeah, sure.
And people would be like, why'd you guys get rid of the Frito Crunch Burrito? And I know that's not the name. I'm actually upset. Cheesy Crunch Burrito? Something.
Yeah.
Okay? And I had a style guide. I had a one sheet.
Right.
That was the official way to respond to people who are upset. And it was like, strike a sympathetic tone, never an apologetic tone.
So
you can't apologize for getting rid of the Cheesy Crunch Burrito. You can't be like, or bad, because that's admitting fault.
Yeah.
But you had to basically say, like, hey, it was a great taco. We're right there with you.
Yeah.
You know, and I understand why you're sad to see it go.
Like how you talk to people normally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emotional manipulation, I'm very good at. So I was excellent at this job, of course.
Okay. So what did you say?
You know.
What did you say when you messed up?
Oh, I just deleted it. I forget. It was something stupid. Yeah. Well, also because I was also trying because I was in charge of. I could like retweet stuff.
Yeah.
So and this was like 10 years ago, and like getting retweeted by a brand was like a big deal.
Right.
So I went
before
to
everyone hated them.
Yeah. So I was going to all my friends. I'm like, dude, say anything about tacos, and I'll retweet it. Right. I was hooking everybody up, and in the middle of that, I tried to like tweet something as tacos and retweet myself, but then it didn't make sense because I tweeted it as the Taco Bell brand. So I think I tweeted out like, hey, Taco Bell, take a look at what I did with like a picture of me holding a taco. But it didn't make any sense because it was Taco Bell tweeting at themselves. And I said, shit. So that was fun. Anyway, I should have remained with the Taco Bell Corporation. I was very good at that job. I was very good at tweeting about tacos.
You would have fucked up
fucked
way
up a lot
worse
more.
than that.
At some point.
Way worse than that.
Actually, I've been pretty good at not, accidentally tweeting the wrong thing from a brand account or whatever else.
Okay.
I did some stuff for Alienware.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
The laptops?
Yeah, was tweeting for them. It was like I worked for like a social media company, so we would take over people's accounts to run some promotion.
Right.
So that was fun. Anyway,
so this
guys,
was the loss of the
cheesy street chalupas. These were incredible. If anyone from Taco Bell is listening, if anybody who works at Taco Bell knows where to get those shells or how to make a version of them,
I'm pretty sure a Mexican could just explain it to you how to make
but
them.
the chalupa's not an authentic Mexican thing. It's like
tortillas and cheese and beans and rice.
Okay, but I need
that's as Mexican as it gets.
I need to figure out how to make like a fried dough flatbread because that's what that was, and it was incredible.
I promise you, if you move it out of China, little China that you live in,
little China's fun. I found a great Italian restaurant.
They can't make if you try to.
Actually.
Can you make me this chalupa thing? They're like, yeah, sure. You start with kimchi. You go, no.
I don't know if you saw recently where that Ian Miles Cheong guy was like, well, how come in China they're teaching kids how to cook? And I'm like, well, because Chinese cooking is just throw anything in a pot and stir it around until it's hot. Like there's no cooking.
I looked up. I think federal judges in Malaysia make $30,000 a year.
Yeah.
Do you think we can crowdfund a bribe to throw him in a death camp, a Malaysian death camp?
They probably love that guy over there. They're like, one of our guys is fucking up all of America.
Nah, not everyone though. I just need one judge that I could bribe.
That Ian Miles Cheong guy is fascinating.
I think I could crowdfund about $500,000.
I know in my heart of hearts that guy does not care about any of this. He just loves the money because, of course, he does.
Do you think Elon's
retarded for like buddying up with him? I'm like, you don't get that this is like a thing he's doing?
Do you not feel if somebody like that endorsed me?
Yeah,
I would just kind of ignore it. Be like, I appreciate that you're a fan and stuff. I wouldn't like praise them. I definitely wouldn't link my brand to like, look at this, guys. Everybody, everyone thinks I'm a once in a generation genius. I just want to introduce to you the vanguard of my ideas, the representative of everything I'm saying about pop culture and politics. Ian Miles Chungus, who looks like Sloth from Goonies, everybody from Malaysia,
I'm
and probably
fascinated
stinks.
by that guy.
Here you go.
I'm fascinated.
Everyone, please meet my wife, my online wife, Ian Miles Chungus.
I mean, just a Malaysian kid sat down and he said,
clip this for the one
what if I
the
spend
link for this episode
every day
and put
on
it
Twitter fucking with America? Like, I wonder if I could make a lot of money doing that. And it worked.
Well, yeah. I mean, yes.
It worked really well. Like, he's now like one of the top guys on Twitter, and like Elon Musk is retweeting him all the time.
I gotta find it.
Ian Miles Cheong's the guy. He's the reason.
Dude, he's like his emotional support. Person.
I don't know why he doesn't move to America at this point, Ian. Like,
get him an H-1B. Actually, he's probably gunning for that.
He probably should be working at Tesla, helping run their fucking shit.
Go work at Tesla. Run their social media. All
I know is Ian Miles retweets me, so we're good.
I really liked him until he started saying all this H-1B shit.
He's got to get Elon's back.
No.
That's like his thing. He's Elon's little. Not even. He's just like
I have a kid now. I can't be tolerating
fucking
that
around.
shit. Yeah.
You retweeted the VNN today, so all I can say is thanks, Ian. You're a real OG.
I'm not gonna say it.
What? My fun news site?
No,
My racist
I was
news
gonna
site?
spell something else. What you are?
I'm a very
Not you.
Oh, not me. The
You're
VNN.
really.
I have no idea where you're going. So
Really? I mean, you can't hear it in your head.
It's
You're
another-
a real OG. No, you're a real.
Is this an Anthony Cumia style remark?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now I think I know what you're saying. Anyway, the discontinuation of the cheesy street chalupas is a true tragedy that
Okay.
clearly all of us have experienced. Because I'm sure everybody tried.
Well,
these.
we've all lost sandwiches over the years, buddy.
That's true.
We've all lost
We've all
sandwiches
lost good
that are important.
sandwiches.
We've lost
Yeah.
Bugles and Funyuns, and our favorite steakhouse has been destroyed by a fire.
I
and
remember when the Big Carl was the best fast food cheeseburger I'd ever had.
recipes changed.
I don't know what happened
Jake's
to Carl's
in Pasadena
Jr.
was bought by a venture capital firm, and they changed the wing recipe, and those are gone. Then the old
I
wings
think
are
the
gone.
Costco hot dog sucks now.
Probably does.
Times are a changing, man.
Because I had the Costco guys on here too. I should have done that.
The Costco guys are. Wait, why did you not do the Costco guys? That's a great problem.
Okay, you know what?
They
For
took
20%
over
more,
2024.
for 20%
For 20%
more, I'm bringing in
more.
the Costco guys.
Bring in the Costco guys.
Costco guys.
This is biggest problem, 120%.
because there's
Burning
just
festival.
I see them, and I know that the dad's not raping the kids. Like nothing. There's no hope.
There's
no
normal.
hope that
There's no hope that it'll fall
There's no
apart.
hope that it's going to fall apart. It'll just be this forever. You know? I know in my heart of hearts that
I was going to say the only way it falls apart would be that there's video of the dad being racist, but we're well past the point where that would matter.
he's Jewish.
Yeah.
I mean,
And also, we live in America where you can no longer cancel fun white people for being slightly. Remember when Paula Deen?
No, you can't.
They asked Paula Deen, like, did you ever use the N-word? And she said, yeah, and they canceled her for all that shit.
that was a dark time.
That was a dark time.
It was
I
a
think if
dark
you ask the
time.
Costco guy, have you ever said the N-word? He'd go, yeah. And they go,
boom.
all right, yeah, boom. I think it's like
a double.
it's a double N-word chocolate buddy.
I hate it because I don't hate them.
They seem like perfectly normal guys.
And they're they're all like usually
Dancing.
you hate pretty people because
Yeah.
you're envious, and they're all monsters, or at least normal.
yeah,
The wife is,
a little chunky.
chubby, whatever.
She's pushed out that big old kid. You need some wide
Rizzler?
birthing hit. No, the Rizzler's not their kid.
And this just contributes to the general
Big Justice is the dad.
the general alienness
Young
of them
Justice.
that makes them untouchable to me because
Yeah.
I feel like they're in another dimension, like in Gantz. Like I can't touch. No one can
Yeah.
touch them. They're in another reality, so they'll be here forever. And I think they're going to be just AI. They're never going to grow up.
You know what I hate about it is that
I hate them.
yeah, but the problem is I can't I want to
I love
hate them more.
Yeah,
but
I
I
love-
can't. I'm like
'Cause I want to see
kinda like
I
these
want to see the
guys.
different ways that the double chocolate crunch, and they just execute it perfectly. Like I watched the Mr. Beast
I want the
show.
Rizzler to just do this. Just hey, all right, the Rizzler. He's just a kid who strokes his. I saw a video and it's just him doing that. I'm like, that's pretty funny.
And his nickname is that he fucks women, right?
Is that what rizzing is?
Yeah.
I don't know. Get you rizzed up.
Costco guys.
I guess the only problem with the Costco guys is I'm like, will there be a point? Because right now the kids are in the precocious, chubby
They're gonna
stage.
age out.
Yeah, like
Get
once that
gangly, their
kid.
voice changes.
Yeah.
Is he gonna look like a date rapist? At all for a period of time?
Well, it's like what child actors went from like, oh, that's like fun and precocious to, this guy's like a psychopath now.
Yeah,
There's been
the
some of
Jerry
that.
Maguire kid. I think.
Yeah. Or like the kid who played, what's his
Webster.
name on Star Wars? Jake Lloyd. Went from like that adorable blonde bowl cut kid to
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
psychopath murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
He was in Jingle All the Way.
Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say about the Costco guys.
Well, they're Rizzler. The Rizzler's there. Young Justice is there. They're wrestling
I
now,
really-
which is fascinating.
I know they just jumped. Oh, here's what it is. Because they have no talent and no discernible gimmick,
Yeah.
and
They're just there.
they give everybody the feeling that they too could be a Costco guy.
Yeah.
Of like I'm the target retard.
The bigger problem is the copycats.
Yes.
Because the copycats...
And that could last for
the
hundreds of
Sam's
years.
Club guys, who I think they collaborated with, I'm like, I fucking hate the Sam's Club guys. I want the Sam's Club guys to fucking kill themselves. It's a little Indian kid also. He's H1Bing taking our fucking Costco guy jobs. He's going, where are Sam's Club guys? Sam's Club, we get the hot dog. And I'm like, fuck you, Sam's Club guys. Give me back the fucking Costco guys.
And he seems like a good dad.
He seems like a really good
I've
dad.
even seen the kids messing up the takes, and he's just like calmly, he's like, all right, we're doing this and this, and he just says it directly, and I'm like, man, there's just no stopping you guys.
Well, that's
I
going to be
wish
you when you
something
have a
would.
TikTok family.
No.
Young Mr. Masterson.
No. Hopefully not. Please God, not.
It's the inability to hate the Costco guys is a weird phenomenon. Because they're not even, and like, they are selling out, but like not to a level where
Selling
I'm like,
out, they were never selling in.
right. Like,
They're
I don't even
named
care.
Costco.
Yeah.
Costco doesn't need them,
I have said, I have,
and I love Costco.
yeah. I am upset with the Costco hoe, though. Remember, did I bring up the Costco hoe?
Yeah, you talked about it.
Yeah, the Costco hoe's been fucking around and doing not Costco content, and I'm going, yeah, but you're the Costco hoe. You got one thing.
All you got to do is double chocolate chunk.
Yeah.
Double chocolate.
She's going like,
chunk.
I'm a Wendy's hoe, and I'm at Wendy's. I'm like, no.
Get outta here, hoe.
No. You ruined the gimmick now.
All right, and one for the fans is the Vito Wars. Those are over, right?
I think so. It was pretty bad.
No more brother wars.
No more brother wars.
Those are everyone gets hurt.
Everyone gets hurt. I was gonna say, no more audio engineers was a problem I was expecting from you, but I think we kind of touched on that.
It's not funny to me. So
I know it's not funny. No, this is like we had a good year.
Yeah,
That was a good year, actually. The show grew at a respectable clip.
yeah. I noticed in the last 5 days or so, we've had a boost
On what?
on Patreon.
Oh, okay.
So we must be getting more popular. There's no other reason why.
Suddenly the revenues
must be
went up.
doing
There's
everything
no other
right.
possible reason.
Yeah.
Whatever. The numbers are solid. The podcast is good.
I really want you to walk us through the decision to click the toggle that says charge people this much in 31 days instead of not clicking the toggle.
What do you mean?
Raise the rates. I looked it up on Patreon. You got to click a toggle that says, hit people with the rate hike in 30 days or not, or they get grandfathered in.
Oh, well, I don't, because, why would people get grandfathered in? We're raising the rate. What do you mean? The price went up. When you're on Netflix and Netflix says, hey, by the way, it's no longer $9.99, it's going to be $12.99.
Yeah,
they
you
don't
don't
say,
get grandfathered
but don't
in.
worry, everyone is grandfathered in. Like, no one else does that. What are you talking about?
I just wanted to hear the reasoning.
Well, okay, look.
Because when I got the email, I was like, oh, when I saw that part, I was like, wow, that's a surprise.
This is another one of these classic situations of if a corporation raises prices, well, that just makes sense. Of course,
Yeah.
Of course, we got to let Netflix,
Vito
fuck us, and
dot-
Hulu suck
Vito
it.
Inc.
No, if fucking biggest problem where we don't put ads on the YouTube, we're making bonus episodes. Okay, we're trying to make bonus content. We're trying to do movie reviews.
Yeah.
Okay, and a little extra whatever to offset
We need
inflation.
another podcast that we can be friends with that's outside of our sphere. So we can do bonus content with them,
I
too.
agree. Well, we do, why do we never do like a PKA crossover? Is that impossible?
They are, they are
Woody's
just
too busy, I guess.
they're so the follow through with those guys,
Yeah.
and their bonus shit is already at a low. And
Well,
I get the feeling they don't do outreach.
Yeah.
Like Carl's always willing to jump on a bonus episode and do crossovers.
Well, I know Tony's saying he's going to come to LA, so we can do like a Goonies episode or something, or
Okay, that sounds good.
another classic
Goonies. What's better? What's the biggest problem in Goonies? What's the biggest problem in Gremlins? Water.
We should do another. Remember
Biggest problems in water.
we
Signs,
did like
Gremlins.
some like movie. Did people like the movie commentaries though? I don't know if people actually listen to those.
I don't know.
The movie commentaries are hard because like you got to sync it up with the movie. It's like a little
It's
convoluted.
a ton of work.
We did that thing with Revenge of the Sith. That was fun though.
What was that?
Remember we did Lady Ballers with those guys? We did
Oh, yeah, and then we
commentary?
couldn't play it because they recorded the audio of the movie with the commentary track.
Right. So we couldn't release it. Okay, so part of the problem about collaborating with other podcasts is that we have to figure out some technical issues, maybe.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. We'll figure something out.
All right.
Thanks,
everyone.
Look, guys, if you got any great ideas for us in 2025, yes, we did raise your rates. I know Dick is trying to claim that I raised your rates.
I haven't raised my rates in 9 years.
Yeah, well, why not? You should.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we'll see how this one goes.
This one's going fine, and I sent you I didn't just do it without consulting you. I said, hey, do you think we should raise our rates? You said, yeah, go for it.
I mean, they're twisting my arm.
Whatever, okay? The show is $5 for what, 3 years? And now obviously the
inflation of 30% a year.
If I can't
puts
get
it
a
at
Coca-Cola
$6.
for 99 cents, I'm
Yeah.
whatever. But we're taking the show seriously. We're putting work. We're gonna do some movie review stuff.
We need more bonus content.
Yes, we need more bonus content.
know?
But we need to figure out what that is and how to
Not
put
like watching a movie and then doing a movie review.
People like that. What do you mean?
Got to be bonus.
You're saying stuff that's like paywalled and
Yeah,
exclusive.
bonus.
Well, you do some. I could do some
Bonus.
bonus streams, but I have to talk to you about what you think.
Maybe
you
we
know.
could do movie reviews and we can't release movie reviews later. All right, thanks for listening,
We'll
everybody.
figure something out. We could paywall more content so people get more for their buck.
More for their buck.
Point is now, but you got to get the money first and then figure out the bonus content later. Oh, whatever. Who cares? None of this matters. It's $1.
Do you
It's
think you're making a net?
helpful.
Do you think you're putting in as much work as like Netflix? You
Oh,
know?
but it's only 2 guys, and I do put in work.
As much. I didn't say put in
I
work.
don't know. I do work on the show, and I would like to also have money to pay guys to make clips and whatever else. Okay?
Yeah.
There's more we can be doing, so this will help.
Yeah, we got to get some clips.
We got to get more
Get
clips.
that Elon Miles Chungus thing clipped.
I have a guy
Put it
making
up there.
clips for us. I got to pay him, actually. So.
All right. You got to pay me.
Who made that clip that was on Twitter that was well made?
Fuck, I forgot his name. I know his name, too. I have baby brain.
Well, he did a good job.
Liberty.
The one he posted on
Fuck!
Twitter.
I know his name. He does stuff for us all the time.
Yeah, I know here. Liberties. I know.
Liberty. I'm not going to do him dirty like this. I guess I am. All right. Okay, bye.
Bye.